All right, this is IGGy Pop combo. Super classic deck, type 1.5, old legacy type stuff. Real exciting deck when they printed an Infernal Tutor. We don't have Infernal Tutor. Big sigh. The way this deck works is you cast Intuition. You have 3 Illigon Gains. You have Illigon Gains and a bunch of fast mana, so you cast Illigon Gains. You pick up Illigon Gains, Cabal Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond. You cast all your stuff, then you Illigon Gains again with more mana floating, Illigon Gains again with more mana floating. And then finally you pick up that Intuition that you originally had. You go Intuition for 3 Cunning Wish, then you cast your one of your Cunning Wishes and get Brain Freeze to kill your opponent, sometimes Hunting Pack. Most of our deck is committed to starting combo turns with basically that prerequisite. The ability to cast Illigon Gains with mana floating and have enough fast mana between your hand and your graveyard to complete the loop. There's some cool, exciting things. You can, like Lion's Eye Diamond, you can just Intuition, crack the Lion's Eye Diamond. So you can start the hand. If you have plenty of mana, you can start the hand with just Intuition and Lion's Eye Diamond. Your opponent taps out. They don't know what hit them. But slow setup is probably going to be a lot more common. This deck was designed by Philip Altman. He top 8 Euros this year. He has an excellent podcast called Two Cabal Therapists. You should check that out. Talks about the deck a bit, has pretty specific instructions not to change the deck. In my hubris, changed the deck anyways. Took one Intuition, took it out of the sideboard because I just didn't want a Cunning Wish for Intuition. That just felt like the slowest thing in the world. We already have 4 Merchant Scroll if we're in a bind for Intuition, and Merchant Scroll curves Intuition a lot better, whereas Cunning Wish doesn't curve into Intuition that well. So just felt like not a great play, like not a great spot if it's like turn 3 you're gonna Cunning Wish, then turn 4 you're gonna Intuition, then turn 5 you're gonna kill them. It's just kind of like hard to imagine games where that's the spot that you're gonna be. I added a Misdirection, then registered the deck. Then after deck registration, Misdirection just doesn't work in this deck. You'll see. I took out a Deep Analysis of the main. That was also probably a mistake. Deep Analysis seems like a random stuff. I cut Mental Note. Mental Note sets up Cabal Ritual by giving Threshold, and then also randomly dumps like fast mana or like key cards that you need into your graveyard so that you can just get them back with Illigon Gains. But I just like the consistency of having this blue package. And then I added something random to the sideboard. I forgot what it was. This Words of Wisdom in the sideboard seems super unnecessary. I haven't seen Gaia's Blessing in anybody's deck for a very long time, except for against like the life combo deck. But yeah, not a lot of Gaia's Blessing out there. This Words of Wisdom seems like an extra slot, especially because it's just like, okay, well, if you know your opponent's a Gaia's Blessing gamer, then you just got to get them with the Hunting Pack, right? Like, can't just be like, it's really hard to have enough mana to go Cunning Wish, Brain Freeze, Cunning Wish, Words of Wisdom. Like that's 10 mana, right? So you only profit. The maximum you profit actually is like 4 mana off. No, 2 mana, because this is +3/+3. So +3/+3 -4. So most of the time you only profit 2 mana. So it goes +2/+2/+2/+2 is 8, and then you can like use this. It's like not impossible that you have 10 mana. Most of the time you have about 8 mana, which is exactly enough to Intuition for Cunning Wish for Brain Freeze. So that extra, and also if at the end of your Illigon Gains chain, you get to have extra mana. It's kind of hard to explain, but the point is, if you're picking up 2 Cunning Wishes, then you're not picking up an extra mana piece, so it's just super unlikely. So then you're like up against this dastardly Gaia's Blessing deck, so that you have to Cunning Wish for Words of Wisdom, like on your opponent's turn, and then do all your stuff, and then have your 8 mana Cunning Wish, Brain Freeze, Words of Wisdom. If you have that other Cunning Wish available to you, you might have to go Merchant Scroll, Cunning Wish, Brain Freeze, and then cast Words of Wisdom. So it seems like a lot of setup to make this Words of Wisdom work. Not really where I want to be, but whatever, it's there. You've got Hunting Pack. Hunting Pack is awesome. If you don't have enough Storm to Brain Freeze them, you'll just kill them with Hunting Pack. Or if you're worried about Gaia's Blessing, you just kill them with Hunting Pack. Bad against Powder Keg, Parallax Wave sometimes, depending on your Storm count. Wrath of God, obviously, or Chroma's Vengeance, like whatever. But can't beat them all. Maybe you can protect your hunting back by Orim's chanting your opponent on their upkeep. Who knows? I don't know. Interaction, which you have to be mindful of, is if you cast Ill-Gotten Gains, they get to pick up their counterspells. So you have to stop them from counterspells. That's why we play Orim's Chant. So counterspells are just like the scariest thing, because basically you're going to make your hand just mana, Ill-Gotten Gains. So then it'll just be like, oh, I counterspell Ill-Gotten Gains. So can't really go off unless you have your stuff. The upside is that most of your go off turns are deterministic. There are ones where you're like, okay, I have to go now, and at the end of the chain, you're just going to cast Impulse to hope you see a Merchant Scroll to hope to get a Cunning Wish to win the game. But most of the time, you're going to have access to Intuition, because it's really hard to set up turns like Ill-Gotten Gains turns without asking your Intuition. It's not impossible, but most of the time, Intuition is going to be in the mix, so you're not going to be in that spot. So yeah, Misdirection is bad. Don't play it. But you can see later in the video, I'm going to realize Misdirection is bad. Orim's Chant's awesome. Really sad I cut Deep Analysis in the deck. Got some chill for protection from red stuff. Crippling Fatigue is going to help us deal with Meddling Mage and Withered Wretch. Kind of sick because we get Intuition for it. Can't Intuition for it against Withered Wretch, but Intuition for it the rest of the time. I'd be interested in a Mana Short, maybe. Mana Short can be bought with Merchant School, so I don't know. But excited to play this. I already played a couple rounds before recording this intro, but you should definitely I don't know. I used to play this deck in Legacy, and I'm excited to see what it does in Premodern. So yeah, thanks for watching, and let's jump into round one. Okay, what we've got here, we have an Intuition, a Merchant Scroll. This hand literally gets there if I draw a lion. It's like a Lion's Eye Diamond away from getting there. So what do I need? Runner, land, so that I can go Intuition for triple Lion's Eye Diamond, and then I win. So I need 2 lands. Does the Lotus Petal work? Land on a Lotus Petal. I'm on the draw. Am I resilient to duress? Kind of. Do I Merchant Scroll for something? If I draw something? Not really. Nothing to Merchant Scroll for. There's a lot of good outcomes though. Land is a good outcome. Or rather, Mana Source is a good outcome. Any cantrips help me get towards mana sources. So I have 18 outs plus cantrips. But this Merchant Scroll is pretty dead. I guess I'll mulligan this. I can maybe do better. All right. So this is exactly the same hand, except for it has the Lion's Eye Diamond. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it, right? So Ritual, LED. Sack LED, Ritual. Just wait until I draw the black source. And then Ritual LED, 3 floating. 5 8 floating, 4 floating. I guess I don't have the multiple ill-gotten gains, but I can take a hunting pack line. Because I'm too low resource for this Misdirection, or just like bottom the Merchant Scroll, or bottom the Intuition. So I go 1 loop, gives me 8 floating. I need way more mana though. So I'll need both to happen. I guess I shouldn't have kept this because I'll be short. It's fine though. Yeah, show them one more time. I think maybe the Misdirection keep was good though, because I could have just played cards. I want that first hand back though. Always want the first hand back. Okay, it's just gonna be a much slower game if we're playing against more Dreadnought. Wish I had the Misdirection though. Guess Misdirection wouldn't save me that hard because I'd have the Lion's Eye Diamond and Seal of Cleansing. That's interesting. It's just replenish. I can be replenish. Replenish could just end up being really slow, you know? I do need to draw like Polluted Delta as my only land. I feel like that first hand could be replenish. I mean, I'm just going to chill. I can win from one land with this deck. Just need the Misdirection back. Opponent frantically searching. Get somewhere. I guess I should have pitched Impulse Merchant Scrolls, like too obvious, but I'm just going to look like a Mono Blue Storm from this spot. Nothing. Just chilling. Bunch of Dark Rituals. So what do I Merchant Scroll for? Probably Merchant Scroll for Cunning Wish so that I can Cunning Wish for some protection. Cunning Wish for Orim's Chant. Impulse for more lands. Opponent's just going to chill. I have an Ancient Tomb. I'll play it. I don't want it to get tided, but Black Source getting tided, it's a bigger deal. So as long as it's not tied, if they ever tap out a mana leak and I just draw the swamp here, I can simply win. But they're not tapping out a mana leak, so now I have to Merchant Scroll for Cunning Wish and find an Orim's Chant. All right, so can I Intuition for anything cool? Is there anything I can Intuition for that's better than what I can Merchant Scroll for? I'm going to scroll for Cunning Wish for Orim's Chant. Right now, I'm just going to scroll for a Misdirection, which would mean I would need to keep a blue card around, but yeah. So I have infinite mana. See what happens. And the real question is if I should even go for it, because it's like they have mana leak 100% of the time. But they could also just mana leak at the wrong time, right? So if I just go Swamp Dark Ritual, like, do you think that they're going to mana leak the Dark Ritual? Because if they don't mana leak the Dark Ritual, I can actually play through a mana leak. Island. Instead, I draw Island. Don't need Chain of Vapor. I don't think they're going to play a Meddling Mage against me naming the correct thing. Misdirection's still good. Keep the Orim's Chant in the sideboard. Defense grid is fine. Don't need to be as fast. I mean, I need to be a reasonable amount of fast, but I don't need to be like crazy fast. I mean, I look like Storm, so that means they will play artifact removal. And the fact that the removal comes in the form of Seal of Cleansing is super awkward because it just makes defense grid just meh. The other problem is that they can defeat the Hunting Pack kill, so I have to Brain Freeze kill. Try to be consistent. I think just executing the plan is more important than trying to like have lots of protection and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, the one defense grid looks amazing here. Is this enough? Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, Cabal Ritual? I think it's enough. So the problem is I have to go Intuition, Cunning Wish. So I need 8 mana after I'm done with the cycle. I'm getting closer, but I need one more piece of fast mana, I think. Get 3 ill-gotten gains with Intuition. Start doing some math. Okay, 1, 2, so yeah, I'm not going to have Threshold is the problem. So my first ill-gotten gains cast, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So I'll have 5 floating ill-gotten gains. Yeah, the whole not Threshold thing is a problem. So maybe I can tap my Seal of Cleansing is kind of saddos. So should I ship it this turn? Fast mana, please. LED. Another ill-gotten gains. That actually might be enough. All right. Petal, Petal, Diamond. Petal, Petal, Diamond. Ritual. Ill-gotten gains. 5 mana floating. Get back Petal, Petal, Diamond. So these 3 will be in my hand. These 2 will be in the graveyard. No, I'm going to be short. Well, no, I'm not going to be short. I'm just going to only make 3 each revolution. But 3 is actually going to be enough, right? So I'm going to go Petal, Petal. Because each turn, I'll get back a Ritual, a Lotus Petal, and a diamond. No, I don't make 3 each turn. I make less. It's crazy to me that this isn't exactly lethal. I feel like it's gotta be. So can I get mana at some point with intuition? Will I be able to stack up enough mana to like intuition for triple LED and then intuition again? So 5 floating. Petal times 5 floating. Then it's just plus 1 each time. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pretty sure it's enough. I'm pretty sure it's enough because I start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 mana. So I'll have 5 mana. I'll get back plus 1, 2. Okay. So each time I cast Ill-Gotten Gains, it's just a ritual. So I go 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana, 9 mana. And then with 9 mana, I can go Intuition, Cunning Wish, Brain Freeze. All right, let's hope I'm right. Lotus Petal. Cabal Ritual, and yeah, there's just no way for me to get Threshold, so I'm not going to do that. Cabal Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. Ill-Gotten Gains while holding control. Get me some black mana. Resolve Ill-Gotten Gains. Oh, no! Okay, it's fine. At least I had 1 extra mana. Please do some random action. I forgot to set crack a Lotus Petal. Or maybe this Cabal Ritual. Oh no, I only get 2. Okay, I blundered because I forget that I only get 2 cards. I have to get the Ill-Gotten Gains back. Yeah, that's a mistake. 2 mana replenish, frantic search. Okay. And yeah, there's no way for me to Cabal Ritual. Is it fine still? You get back 2 cards, not 3. Okay. It's fine still, because I go 4, 7. No, I'm gonna lose 1 at each revolution because each time I only get I'm going to stay at 3 mana floating. So I have 4 mana floating, and then I'll have 3 mana floating. So I'll stay at 3 mana floating each time, and then I can't intuition, because my last 3 will just be intuition, ritual, whatever. And after I resolve the intuition, do I have threshold? Because if I do, I'll have enough mana, I think. So this will be plus 3. Okay, let's think about this some more. What if this was intuition, or rather this was intuition, then I intuitioned, then got triple Cabal Ritual, and then, okay, this is net 0, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go Cabal Ritual again. So I'm going to have 5 mana. So I'm going to turn intuition into a Cabal Ritual so that my future Cabal Rituals do more. That's the secret. So we're gonna Ill-Gotten Gains. We're gonna get blue. Ill-Gotten Gains is gonna resolve. I'm glad we found a way to try to save this. I'm gonna go -2 though, but I'll have cast and intuition, which is maybe what's important. So we're gonna get Ill-Gotten Gains. We're gonna get intuition, and then we're gonna get Cabal Ritual. The intuition is still gonna be what's it gonna do? It's not gonna have threshold because I'll have. Okay, I just completely screwed this up. Gotten Gains. This is why you try things out in the practice room, but I haven't had a lot of time recently. So Gotten Gains. So I'll be able to intuition. I'll have 2 mana floating. I'll get triple Cabal Ritual. 3 triple Cabal Ritual. So I'll have 3 cards in graveyard. My petals will be in the graveyard. Yeah, so I have to just have faith that I did this correctly. So, so we're going to Intuition. Oh, should we have floated a random blue? No, it doesn't matter because I'm going to use all the black. So it just means that I could have executed correctly the first time with correct execution, and I just didn't. Yeah, and then I'll have exactly thresholds that these are +3. So sack my petals. Ritual. Ritual again. So Ill-Gotten Gains with 4 mana floating. Pick up Ill-Gotten Gains, Lion's Eye Diamond, Cabal Ritual. So we're going to go... Oh. So the problem now is that I should have just gotten Lotus Petal. Well, because this Cabal Ritual doesn't have Threshold. So yeah, if I did the Intuition in the first loop, I would have been good. But I didn't do it in the first loop, so that was my mistake. So I'll go... and I was kind of thinking that I could, like, whatever. But anyways, I'm going to Cabal Ritual again. I'm going to Lion's Eye Diamond. And I'm going to Ill-Gotten Gains. I'm going to crack for blue. Okay, so how much mana we need? We need 8. I think we have exactly 8 because we have Lotus Petal. We get back Intuition. We get back Cabal Ritual or Lotus Petal. But we should get back Intuition, LED, and Cabal Ritual. Okay, so we had to work pretty hard, but we're gonna Cabal Ritual, and then we're gonna cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Then we're gonna cast Intuition, targeting my opponent. We're going to sack the Lion's Eye Diamond for blue. We're going to get 3 Cunning Wishes. And we're going to Cunning Wish. And with exactly 2 mana left, we're going to Brainstorm. So I think Brain Freeze. I think so I won in turn 3. I think I would have just won if I just did the Ritual Lion's Eye Diamond, because each turn I just like go until I have, and then when I have Intuition, so I just go, and all the loop does is add storm count. So each time I'll just go Ill-Gotten Gains, 4 floating, Ill-Gotten Gains, 4 floating, Ill-Gotten Gains, 4 floating. After the 4th Ill-Gotten Gains, it'll be Ill-Gotten Gains with 4 floating. But then I get a Cabal Ritual again. So then I gotta go Intuition, Cunning Wish. So I'll have 4 floating, and then I'll have 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I get to execute the same line. So I basically just ran in circles, and then ended up working it out. But lessons were learned. Make sure you have Threshold. Wish I drew a Polluted Delta. But yeah, we're gonna feel like we want to do pretty much the same thing. Can't imagine trying to go different. I mean, I guess Meddling Mage means we should play a Chain or Vapor main. I forgot. This hand is insane. So if I draw 2 black sources, I'm off to the races. Interesting. Don't I just keep, right? Because, well, black source is pretty meh. I just have to draw a blue source. But once I draw blue source, I cook. I have so much mana. I just need to find Intuition. I mean, this hand can make a hunting pack. It's got a few weird things going on with it, honestly. I don't really love it. It's like these 2 Ancient Tombs are just super awkward. Ancient Tomb, LED. So just keep and hope to draw black or blue mana, or just blue mana. So Ancient Tomb. So I have all this colorless. I have just so much mana. Like, so if I just draw one blue, but I need blue and black. So once I draw one blue, I have to find the black. Once I find the black, I have to find the ritual. Once I find the ritual, then I can execute. There's too many things to find. Well, this is better. It's a bit of a waiting room hand. If it's a waiting room hand, then I should value Cabal Ritual over Dark Ritual. I think I don't like need Dark Ritual though. Or Cabal Ritual though, because I have the one. I wish I just had Negator. Just go Ritual Negator here. What can you do? What if I just mulligan board into turn 1 Negator? I think I should have been smarter about this. So now that sideboarding is kind of changed up, I should be trying to be mana leak a little bit harder core. Go with the island, pass. If I draw intuition, we're cooking. Cunning Wish, is that good enough? Means that I can beat a lot of stuff. No Meddling Mage so far. Polluted Delta, okay. What do I Cunning Wish for Orim's Chant? Probably. Attunement. Start fearing Tide here a little. I think I should Cunning Wish for Orim's Chant. I would Cunning Wish for Intuition from this spot probably, but you know. Oh, Cunning Wish gets exiled. It's pretty relevant. Opt. Bottom that. Misdirection. Okay, so I have redundant Orim's Chant now. I could have gone for the Hunting Pack win, but obviously it's like super bad against Parallax Wave. Yeah, there's only one way to do it. Can I win? I think I can with just drawing intuition. I think I sequence this a little tricky. But yeah, we just need to draw intuition here. City of Traders are going for the replenish right now just to go Seal Tide on me. Oh, they got everything. Should I have just chanted them? Pretty fast hand from them, turn 5. My replenish deck wouldn't find their stuff on turn 5, especially after sideboarding. Oh, just a couple lands. What do they do? They pitch Tide, Attunement. I don't know. I haven't even been paying attention. They Attunement and then they pitched a bunch of this stuff. So they just have a bunch of mana leak. Are they trying to play control on me? Okay, they're just going to replenish the Seal Tide. Okay. Guess I should have not played the third land. It's not really that big of a deal. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's pretty free. Opponent figuring out how much seal tiding they want to do. It's okay. We just need a Lion's Eye Diamond. And for them to tap out. Factor Fiction. I mean, Replenish doesn't really get them anything, but they do have the Attunement. So Replenish does have to be in the 2-card pile. And Mana Leak has to be in the 3. Take the Mana Leak. I can beat a Mana Leak. I'm just chilling here. So now I need to draw Intuition and Lion's Eye Diamond, which is a little awkward, but it can be done. I don't know. I haven't been paying close enough attention to this game. I've just been kind of like, whatever. Okay, they just discarded the lands they had with the Mana Leak. They're just going to hold up Mana Leak. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so they have the Attunement. So Attunement can go in a sort of obvious 3-card pile. This Tide isn't that exciting. This Orim's Chant also isn't that meaningful. I have the Misdirection to trump the Orim's Chant. What does the Stifle do? Stifle stops the storm. But they'll be chanted. So all that really matters is the Opalescence. Okay, they take this. And they should take the 3 pile no matter what. I mean, if I guess I chant them, they chant me, I misdirect their chant. No, misdirecting their chant is still good. It's like I want them to have chant. Them having Stifle doesn't really matter. Extra Tide doesn't matter either. Okay, so they take Chant Opalescence, which makes sense. So now they're not really in a replenish world because they have 2 gone. So they're just going to play Opalescence. They're going to start attacking very slowly with their like attunement. So you can cast Opalescence, cast attunement. Obviously, they're not going to do that. They're going to cast attunement first, take it a little slow. What are we doing? We're still looking for a Lion's Eye Diamond and Intuition and a blue card. There's the Intuition. Ancient Tomb. It's pretty good. Do I just need a blue card? Doesn't exactly work. Do I wish I had Cabal Ritual instead of Dark Ritual? Yes, probably. Can I get kind of tricky and just beat a mana leak? Okay, so I go Impulse, get triple LED. Then what do? White mana, black mana. So do I have to go Intuition for triple Lotus Petal? Intuition, triple Lotus Petal. What does that get me? So Intuition, get triple Lotus Petal, play Lotus Petal. Next turn, Chant you. Ritual, 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 Ill-Gotten Gains. Get back Lotus Petal, Ritual, Intuition. Intuition for triple Ill-Gotten Gains. Ill-Gotten Gains loop a few times until we get it with Lotus Petal. Then we have to have Lotus Petal for the Brainstorm combo. For the Brain Freeze combo. I think that's how it works. So the question is if my math is good. So Cabal Ritual will have Threshold the entire way. So we'll go from... So our plan is to win the game from 5 mana to start the loop. So start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. So we'll start with 11 mana. We'll go down to... We'll go down to 6 mana. With 6 mana, we'll go 7, 8, 9 Intuition for triple Ill-Gotten Gains, and then we execute. And then each time, I think we make like a ton of mana. Okay. Hope I'm right. 3 mana for Intuition, targeting me. Okay, so they're going to go for executing like the full-on combo. Probably. Wait, no, they can't get 3 replenishes, though. They can't get 3 replenishes or 3 tides, so they can go tide, replenish. That's going to put 2 Orim's Chants into their hand. Can I beat 2 Orim's Chants? Do I have a choice? So I go Chant, Mana Leak. So I go Chant you. They go Chant you. I go Misdirection on the chanting you. Then they go Chant you with Mana Leak backup. So now I need more Chants or a defense grid. Oh, I do need defense grid. All they care about is Chant. If they cast Replenish, do they get everything? They just get Tide combo back. And then do I have just enough mana if I have Black Source? They don't have a seal. Oh, they do have a Seal Cleansing in the graveyard. Interesting. What if I just give them Replenish? I have no lands, and then I try my plan. I can't beat the Chant Mana Leak. Replenish will cost them 4 mana, though. 4 mana, 3 mana up is enough to go Chant Mana Leak. Okay, we just have to hope they screw up, I guess. Can't believe I needed defense grids in the end. That's so embarrassing. Okay, so they have double Chant. I can beat double Chant. I'll just draw what I need. Need another Gemstone Mine, I think. They run out the Mana Leak. Okay, now they're holding double Orim's Chant. All right, I needed the Chant and then be able to pay for the Mana Leak. All right. We're going to go Swamp. Dark Ritual. Yeah, I actually should have done that. So I should have done that like 2 turns ago, right? Because then I would have just gotten more stuff like stopping them. Mana Leak again. So now they're holding 2 Chants with white floating. Okay. So I can't beat 2 Chants, 2 Mana Leaks, unfortunately. But I could have done things a little bit differently. But I kind of wish I had a City or Brass, honestly. I mean, I kind of get why it's not in the deck because of the speed you have to go at, but I wish I had it. But attunement. All right, so the double Orim's Chant's going to get me here, even if I draw exactly what I needed. GG's. A little choked on mana. All right, let's jump into match 2. Just realized how bad Misdirection is in this deck, because misdirecting the counterspell just means they can pick up the counterspell, or they can simply like not cast the counterspell. So it has to be mana short, Orim's Chant, or Defense Grid. Oh yeah, this is a hand. What do I need? I think I don't need an extra Lotus Petal. There you go. Turn 2, Intuition. Turn 3, Send it. And then how much mana am I going to have when I do that? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in my graveyard when I do that. So I'm going to be short on mana. Cunning Wish means I don't have to Intuition Cunning Wish. I can just go whatever. So I sort of just need a Lion's Eye Diamond too in this hand. I think I'm going to get some flexibility here, though. I just want to keep the Cunning Wish. I really wish these Gemstone Mines were City of Wrath, to be honest. Like, I'm definitely casting 3 spells into here. I'm just going to be playing against Pawn's Oath, and then it's bad news. Or like a Wasteland deck. Yeah, interesting. I think I'd rather get my other shit wastelanded. Drew the Lotus Petal anyways. Yeah, I think my colored sources are going to be mattering a lot more than whatever in the face of Wasteland. Although I do have an abundance of color because of the Lotus Petals. So maybe I will just play Gemstone Mine. But yeah, Wastelands are going to rock my world. And I'll probably also have to just combo on turn 3 because of the threat of Armageddon. Sylvan Library is pretty nuts here. Oh, that island's a good draw at least. Means if they have Wastelands, they're not going to know exactly what to go after with Wasteland. Oh, I maybe should have taken a mine counter off because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was sort of 1 spell away from being able to ritual a Threshold. There's the port. Does port matter? Not hugely. Another nimble. Play a really slow game, I think, for Intuition here. 1 gains. All right, is this a win? Should we Cunning Wish right now? Cunning Wish exile itself, man. So awkward. Cunning Wish for Brain Freeze. Ill-Gotten Gains. Cunning Wish for a Chain of Vapor, maybe? What happens with Ill-Gotten Gains over here? So if I Cunning Wish, I just need Threshold. Cunning Wish. Lotus Petal, Ritual. Lotus Petal, Ritual. Nothing exciting to Cunning Wish for here. I could just Cunning Wish for Words of Wisdom to just like cast it, draw a turn through some more cards. I'll put my Gemstone Mine on. Cunning Wish for Brain Freeze, does it work? Land Petal, Ritual, Ill-Gotten Gains, Petal, Ritual, doesn't quite work. So I need to have something good. I think I need one more piece of mana acceleration. Polluted Delta. It's a decent draw. Yeah, because it puts a card in my graveyard, which is excellent. And I can also beat Armageddon now. Maybe I could have like Cunning Wish for Rushing River for extra protection, but I have it now, at least. Pretty clean outs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I only get the ritual only makes extra mana once, but doesn't matter. I don't think it does. If I go for the Armageddon, I actually get Threshold for 2 Cabal Ritual casts, which is excellent. Just go for the Terror. I want to try to kill me next turn. Oh, I don't get ported this turn. Fetched it then. Maybe I should have Cunning Wished. Oh, I should have tapped the Gemstone Mine. Oh, that could end up costing me Intuition. Okay, so I can just Intuition for triple LED now. Okay. LED. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Island. Black. Have Threshold. Cabal Ritual. Ill-Gotten Gains with Holding Priority. Black. Resolve. Get Ill-Gotten Gains. Lion's Eye Diamond. So I could get both Lion's Eye Diamonds here and start making other colors. I'm just gonna get Cabal Ritual because of my like. Oh no, I should get Lion's Eye Diamonds just to be like a type player, because if I like accidentally don't have threshold at like a weird spot, then that could like come and bite me. So now I gotta hold control, Ill-Gotten Gains within a stack, make black, make blue, resolve the Ill-Gotten Gains, get LED, Ill-Gotten Gains, cast LED, holding control again. Cast Ill-Gotten Gains. My storm is 12, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'll have enough storm, but it actually was like possible that I would be like slightly short on storm. Go blue, 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 blue. But actually, what I could just do is like intuition for rituals, and then ritual Cunning Wish stuff. So I'm going to Ill-Gotten Gains. This time I'm going to get intuition, Cabal Ritual, Cunning Wish. I'll cast Cabal Ritual. Ooh, that was a short Cabal Ritual. My bad. Cast intuition, targeting my opponent. Get whatever. Trying to think if there was like a random like protection card that I would want, but we'll just get Merchant Scroll, I guess. I don't know. I guess I should have just gotten rituals. But anyways, we're gonna Cunning Wish. Yes. We'll get Brain Freeze. So I think if I got the mana right, then I would have been able to have like extra mana to have an extra Cunning Wish by getting Merchant Scroll. So I got Merchant Scroll for a Cunning Wish, and then I had 2 Cunning Wishes, and I think I might have had enough mana to execute the victory with by using Words of Wisdom to like hedge against Gaia's Blessing. So it would have been good to use a Gaia's Blessing beating line here. So my opponent is using this Brush Hopper deck, Core Haven, Sylvan Safekeeper. So yeah, they don't really have anything that stops us here. So we really just have to worry about Tormod's Crypts and Phyrexian Furnaces. That's typically what they have, in addition to like sphere resistance type stuff. Let's get this Misdirection out. Poor old Misdirection, one of the dumbest cards that I had in. Should I play Crippling Fatigue? Is there any Hate Bear, Glow Rider, potentially? Don't know if Glow Rider matters. Let's go ahead and just play the Rushing River main, get another Chain of Vapor, and then I can wish for Hurkyl's Recall. Or should I wish for Rushing River and have Hurkyl's Recall? No, Hurkyl's Recall is more narrow, so I should be wishing for Hurkyl's Recall. Unless I want to change anything here. So Merchant Scroll for Chain of Vapor is how you beat crypts and the other nonsense. I could get Orms Chanted. So unlikely. Yeah, just playing Answers for Crypts, I think, is like the way to go. And I think this isn't enough Answers for Crypts. All right. Not a lot of sideboarding in this matchup. Yeah, this is a hand. It's got 2 basic lands in it, which is excellent. LED. So yeah, this hand is just needs intuition. That wasteland, little wasteland mock start. Library has to be it. Yeah. Otherwise, this hand would have been unkeepable for them. But I get to start on a pretty powerful and Sleight of Hand. I think I'm just taking lands here because I'm going to Merchant Scroll for an intuition. I'll take another Lion's Eye Diamond. All right, do I take Merchant Scroll? I mean, Lion's Eye Diamond just means that I super win, right? Because, yeah, Lion's Eye Diamond's kind of nuts. Merchant Scroll makes it more protection. Maybe it's like overly nuts, right? Because Ritual Lion's Eye Diamond is only 1 less per rotation. 1 less mana per rotation. But I have the option to go for, like, do the Hunting Pack kill. Like, not that I would ever need to, but, you know, it's a thing. Call the herd. Pretty thin for the opponent here. Merchant Scroll for intuition. And what's kind of excellent is next. So I could have, next turn I can just win with intuition on the stack, I'm pretty sure. Do I need the extra 2 mana? I think I might actually need the extra 2 mana. Because if I go intuition and I have 6, 7, 8 floating, ill-gotten gains. No, 8 floating is exactly enough. Except for there's a Seer Resistance now. Right on time. All right, so now I have to opt to get a land drop so that I can Cunning Wish for a Hurkyl's Recoil. Getting blessed with these basic lands here, though. And casting the Lotus Petal just in case I need that extra mana, because I certainly don't need the Storm. Yeah, I'll be fine. And I will be able to win with intuition on the stack. So I just need a second Sphere of Resistance to not show up. Could I Cunning Wish for Hunting Pack? Could I have Cunning Wish for hunting back that turn? Because these are still rituals. But 8 mana is a lot. Let's see. So 4. So I need 12 mana total. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I'm 3 mana off. Naturalize the Lotus Petal. Rude. Port. Okay, fine. Time for Dark Ritual Cunning Wish. And then I don't have a Chain of Vapor to get, which is 1 mana instead of 2. Well, let's just Impulse, because then I can go Ritual Cunning Wish. I could do it all. But the problem is Impulse only gets me a Lotus Petal because of... I mean, this Dark Ritual is like blank, right? So Cunning Wish would get the Hurkyl's Recall. I think if my opponent animates Treetop Village here, attacks for 6, then I'm cooked. Really needed it to be Chain of Vapor. Yeah, I guess I needed 1 more turn. Can't do it with a Ritual either. So top deck Chain of Vapor or bust, huh? And naturalizing my Lotus Petal was super good. What just happened? They cycled. Down to 3. 3 mana for Hurkyl's Recall, and then I just have a bunch of LEDs. Interesting. Okay. They got me. Maybe I miscalculated. It's possible that I could have just jammed the turn I got intuition or tried to go a little faster. I'm not sure. Merchant Scroll. I think I was short mana, but maybe I wasn't. Okay, so Hurkyl's Recall, leave a Chain of Vapor in the sideboard for me to wish for, or just bring everything in and only wish for Rushing River. Seems a little thin. I mean, I have 3 Cunning Wish and 4 Merchant Scroll, right? So why don't I just play the Chain of Vapor main? It's fine. This is all fine, right? The Rushing River is just super mana intensive. I wonder what I would trim. Consider trimming a Cabal Ritual. Like I can trim 1 mana source just because I'm just like not in a super hurry, but having a Hurkyl's main is solid. All right, we just need to be on the play, that's all. Once again, wishing that Sleight of Hand was not like it was. But it's, or rather, Gemstone Mine. But this is fine. Anyways, this is a solid hand. I can't complain about this hand, especially because it has LED now. So now, what happens? So I can intuition for more LEDs. So when I ill-gotten gains, I'll be able to pick up intuition LED, and then a 7 mana ill-gotten gains will still work, and then I just run the loop. Okay. So that LED was all I needed. Obviously, I could consider just taking the land to be more resilient to Wasteland, but Weathered Wayfarer. Okay, so now I can't play a land. Oh, Cabal Ritual. Do I just win? Probably not. So I am going to get Wastelanded. I'm going to get Wastelanded, but any mana source off the top wins me the game. Cabal Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, Ill-Gotten Gains, 3 black floating, get back Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, play Lion's Eye Diamond, play Intuition, Intuition for everything for the remaining Ill-Gotten Gains. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cast, so 3 black floating. Get Intuition. Get Intuition, Cabal Ritual, 3 black. 1, 2, 3 black. Can I actually? So I have to go Cabal Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond. I have to float blue, so it doesn't work because I need 1 more mana. If I get my Ancient Tomb Wastelanded, then I'm just playing for a and they'll have the second Wasteland too. So I go pass, end step, Chain of Vapor, but then I lose my Gemstone Mine. Pretty sure I can't just let them Wasteland me. At least I feel protected against permanents, right? That's what matters. Because like, if I draw a land, then I'll play a land. But if I don't draw a land, then it doesn't matter. My Chain of Vapor line no longer works, of course. But yeah, it only would have worked if I had a City of Brass anyways. Dark Ritual. Does Dark Ritual mean that I win? I think so, right? All right, so now the exact same thing happens, but I have an extra 2B, 3U floating. So then I get Intuition. I just need 4 mana after I Intuition, or I need 5 mana after I cast Intuition. So I need 8 mana after Ill-Gotten Gains resolves. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 floating. Get these. 1, 2, 3, 5 floating. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 floating. 7 floating after Intuition. That's enough, because then it's just Ill-Gotten Gains with 3 floating. And then 3 floating is more than enough. So all I have to do is just manage my black and not black mana. Okay, we're going to ship it, and hopefully my math is correct. Yeah, we're just going to ship it, hoping like I need to make this video not like the worst video ever made. Like I'm just gonna cast stuff, and hopefully it works out for me. Because I can't like I can't just be like sitting here talking through lines, and then just that just makes for bad viewing experience. Dark Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond. So should I Intuition? Because after I cast Intuition, I'll have Threshold. So if I get Cabal Ritual, I cast Intuition, it adds 3 cards to my graveyard, so it should make Cabal Ritual more profitable. I believe that's the case. So I'll be able to Intuition, add 3 cards to my library, my graveyard, and then Cabal Ritual will give me 1 extra mana. Pretty sure that's true. Had the Sphere of Resistance, didn't cast it. Interesting. Oh, I probably drew into it with Secluded Step. Okay. Intuition targeting my opponent. I will have Threshold afterwards. Cabal Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. Holds control. Ill-gotten gains. Make triple blue. Get back Ill-gotten gains. Lion's Eye Diamond. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Cabal Ritual is no longer good. So I have to get Dark Ritual. Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. Ill-gotten gains. Blue. Ill-gotten gains. Dark Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. Dark Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. Ill-gotten gains. Holding control. Sacrifice for blue once again. This time getting Cunning Wish, Dark Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, cast Dark Ritual, cast Lion's Eye Diamond. I can get the hunting. I can do the hunting pack, but 18, 16. Wait, hold on. 1, 2. Hold on. Put Cunning Wish on the deck is 17. So it's 18 copies of Brain Freeze. That's enough, right? Why am I so bad at math? 18 times 3 is 54. So yeah. Cunning Wish. I mean, should I just get Hunting Pack? Because should I just get Hunting Pack? Well, okay, I wasn't holding control, I guess. Brain Freeze. I was worried about random sideboard Guy's Blessing. So this should be a Hunting Pack kill, but it's not instead. So now I could just get Guy's Blessing. I mean, I don't see why this deck would ever run Guy's Blessing because, you know, it doesn't want to shuffle its like lands randomly, but, you know, stranger things have happened in the world. And like, it's not like they'd have Wrath of God or something. Okay, we got there. Okay, man, I need to get more efficient with the deck, but, you know, whatever. We won on turn 3. Turn 2, turn 3. Good work. Myself. All right, next match. This hand has too many ill-gotten gains. It's actually great, right? Pretty happy with most mana sources off the top against basic forest. As long as Sphere Resistance isn't coming, I'm pretty happy. Also, I'm going to find my next lane drop here. Maybe I'm not. I think I want Cunning Wish, right? In case I randomly have to make Hunting Pack. It's slightly better. Oh, it's the rock. Ball Therapy. Probably names Phyrexian Dreadnought or Gush. Counterspell. Counterspell is also fair. All right. We're not quite off to the races with the swamp, unfortunately. Ooh, that Merchant Scroll. All right. Are there sideboard cards against the rock that I really like? I don't think so. Pitch this Cunning Wish. Or I guess I'll just discard it in ill-gotten gains because my opponent is got a therapy, so that's a 2 of. It's a little awkward. I have to find the next ill-gotten gains naturally after after this. Lotus Petal. I'm just a little bit bad on mana. Get this flashback Cabal therapy. I'm in so much trouble because I can no longer intuition for ill-gotten gains. So what does my life become after that? Don't have any control over that though, so is what it is. Opponent plays forest. They have no creatures at all. Drew squee. Drew for squee for turn, huh? See if my opponent knows that they need to get, I guess there was like some thought to just playing Lion's Eye Diamond because they might like therapying Lion's Eye Diamond instead of ill-gotten gains. I have to worry about tabbies though. Like they could have just survivaled for tabby and then pull out my Lion's Eye Diamond. Therapy's flashback. They name Impulse? Oh, okay. That's a mistake. I guess it always pays to have a deck that people don't understand. Still no land though. So they can squee, they can get Mesmeric Fiend. Oh, they have Anger? Jund? Probably would just want to get Deranged Hermit here. Crows and Tusker. Does my opponent realize they're playing against a combo deck? Crows and Tusker gets the mountain, I guess. I guess that's the idea. But, well, I mean, he gets a mountain and draws a card. All seems a little bit slow, though, for what they need to accomplish. Just killing me before I find another land. I guess I need to find a little bit more than one more land, right? Because I need, I won't have enough mana. Lotus Petal. Does Lotus Petal do it? So, Lotus Petal, LED, Ritual, ill-gotten gains with 3 floating. Ritual, LED. Intuition doesn't work because that's my mistake. So I need to put one more card in the graveyard. Well, maybe I'll just intuition for triple Ritual. Intuition for triple Cabal Ritual. So I go gains. My next gains will be Lion's Eye Ritual. I'll have 3 mana floating. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -4. So I'll have 5 floating after another ill-gotten gains. So I think I just get Hunting Pack going. I could always try to impulse into if I impulse into fetch land or a land, I think it's fine. Or wait, no, I mean if I impulse into a land is fine. So I'll impulse. Cabal Ritual is even better, right? Oh no, I have to be able to cast the first Cabal Ritual. Get Polluted Delta. Any order. Don't know if I get a Swamp or Island. Kind of just going to run through. So I'm going to Polluted Delta. I'm going to play Lotus Petal. I'm going to cast Cabal Ritual. Going to cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Hold Control, cast Ill-Gotten Gains. And then a Cracked Diamond for blue. They're going to do some survival stuff. Storm count is 5. Get a Deranged Hermit. I mean, maybe Deranged Hermit just makes enough chump blockers for my Hunting Pack. Probably doesn't, but maybe it does. I'm going to get Ill-Gotten Gains, Cabal Ritual, and Lion's Eye Diamond. They have Recurring Nightmare. So they could just leave their Deranged and use Recurring next turn. It's not a huge deal. I mean, they do have Haste, which is quite powerful. So you can go Deranged. I don't know. We're going to cast Cabal Ritual again. Play. So how much Storm would I need? I would need 15 Storm, so I'm not there. And there's no way for me to loop once more with Intuition. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Ill-Gotten Gains. once again, I'm going to float triple blue. Okay. And I'll pick up Cunning Wish, has to be in there. Lion's Eye Diamond. So I have, if I cast the Cunning Wish, I'll have 3 mana, 6 mana after. So I need to make a mana positive play. So it has to be Cabal Ritual or Lotus Petal. And it doesn't really matter which one it is because it's the same outcome. So do that. Oh, you know what's, no, I can't have snuck Brain Freeze. I always wonder if there's a way to sneak Brain Freeze in. Like wish for a Brain Freeze in the middle and then Brain Freeze again. Green. Yes. Hunting Pack. And we'll cast Hunting Pack. Hope my opponent doesn't have an infinite combo. So yeah, 13 times 3 would have been 39. So my opponent would not have been stormed out. Okay, I hope these are enough beasts. If they block 5 of them, they're still dead. All right, so playing against Survival Rock Splashing Anger. So I'm going to be facing a lot of hand hate. And possibly Withered Wretch type stuff. So I want the Crippling Fatigue. Misdirection actually doesn't look bad here. Chain of Vapor still seems fine. I think I'll just trim on 1 intuition. All right, fun stuff. All right, this hand is pretty good. Can win pretty quickly this hand. Yeah, how quickly can this hand win? Just like as soon as I get a Lotus Petal or a Swamp? Yeah, this hand's just like a turn 2 win, right? Is it enough mana? I guess we'll find out. Hopefully it's enough mana. I do need 8 mana after I'm done resolving all my junk, Wall of Roots. Oh, I guess that's why this deck plays Mental Note, is to make Cabal Ritual much faster. I had not considered that. I think that's the nail in the coffin right there. So we're going to go get a Swamp, 3. So 3, 4, 5 mana, 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. -3, +3. So Cabal Ill-Gotten Gains with 2 black floating, and then we're off to the races. I mean, it's a turn 2 win, so we gotta do it right. Hold on. Can I intuition first and then Cabal Ritual? Yeah. Ill-Gotten Gains, Ill-Gotten Gains. Ill-Gotten Gains. Officially have Threshold. Cast Cabal Ritual. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Ill-Gotten Gains holding priority. Sacking for blue, why not? Get back Ill-Gotten Gains. Cabal Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. So I still have 2 above threshold as it stands. So I have 4 mana. Cabal Ritual up to 7 mana. Lion's Eye Diamond. Ill-Gotten Gains. Holding control. Lion's Eye Diamond. Sacrificing. Get back. Ill-Gotten Gains. Ill-Gotten Gains. Lion's Eye Diamond. Cabal Ritual. Ill-Gotten Gains. 8 cards left in graveyard. So my last Cabal Ritual is still going to work. So then I'll go Cabal Ritual, Threshold. Lion's Eye Diamond. Ill-Gotten Gains. Sack the Lion's Eye Diamond for blue. Pick up Ill-Gotten Gains, Cabal Ritual. Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Cabal Ritual at Threshold. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Ill-Gotten Gains. Holding down control. Sacrificing for blue. This time I'll get Intuition, Cabal Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond. Storm at 15. I don't have Threshold, so I have to Intuition first. And I'm going to get so 16, 17, 18, or so 17, 18, 19. So 20, yeah, I'll have enough copies. So I can just get 3 Cunning Wish. Cut straight to the chase. Cunning Wish. I could have gotten Merchant Scroll to add 1 Storm, but because this loop did 4 Ill-Gotten Gains, copies of Ill-Gotten Gains, it's just completely bananas. So this time we have Threshold. We'll Cabal Ritual with Threshold. Play Lion's Eye Diamond. Cunning Wish. Should we worry about Random Gaia's Blessing? I mean, Random Gaia's Blessing is less likely than Random Pernicious Deed, right? So Cunning Wish, yes. And then we'll get Brain Freeze. And Brain Freeze you. And after all those Brain Freezes are targeted, we'll resolve them all. Got 0 cards in the library. And we will GG's. Okay, we did the thing successfully. All right, next match versus Benny R. I think this hand is a keep because blue black source would do it. Fairy Conclave. Okay, black source 1 time, please, dealer. I think we got to go for the ship. Yeah, I had a feeling Stifle was a possibility here, but there's really nothing I could do about that. Impulse. Okay, another black source, please. They're just trying to hit land drops. Black source 1 time, please. No, dealer. Wait. I shouldn't have done that. It's okay. I just didn't want to give away what I was playing by pitching the Lion's Eye Diamond. It's okay. Kind of needed that impulse maybe to find a good source. This mono blue tide is going to be a tough one. A Gemstone Mine. Okay, that's not the worst. Hopefully I don't get tided. Even if I do get tided, it's not the worst. Parallax Tide and Mana Leak is okay. Stifle affect me? Stifle does affect me, huh? But it doesn't stop Orim's Chant, which is what I'm about to wish for. Just gonna split it like this. Yeah, they take the tide, so they just have tide. It's actually kind of fine. So they have tide impulse, but like this hand can get tided. I just need a blue source and a white source. Could get force spiked here because they are representing the thing. Tough matchup, but what are you gonna do? I still have time. Factor Fiction. Split the counter spells. Powder Cake is blank, so just kind of has to look like this probably. Takes the Keg Island and counterspell, huh? So has counterspell. Can I get tricky? I feel like there's no way for me to get tricky here. I think I'll just play a Lotus Petal. I can actually grind through 1 counterspell with Dogs Are Howling. Grind through 1 counterspell because if I just need 8 mana. Merchant Scroll, huh? Sorry, Merchant Scroll for Cunning Wish, but then I lose my Gemstone Mine, which I can't afford pretty much. Another Factor Fiction. They probably just take the lands here. I think they try to, yeah. Pitch this Intuition. So I'm going to go Merchant Scroll for Cunning Wish for Chant, and then try to win with the Chant if they get too aggressive. Yeah, they're not going to try to get too aggressive, it looks like. Keg, huh? If they feel like blowing up Lotus Petals at any point. What's kind of funny is that I actually could have... Oh, they're just going to blow up the K. This here. Just keg for a Lotus Petal. That's fine. I can live with this. Go ahead and play the island. It's the worst land between what I have. I should be able to set up a 2-turn clock here, so I'm pretty much dead. Yeah, let's just move on. I wish I didn't side the whatever. But anyways, I was a stifle away from things mattering, so it's kind of nifty. Let's see. So hunting pack is quite bad, huh? All right, Misdirection is actually sort of useless because well, Misdirection will help me get Chant through, so that's kind of the big thing. All right. So we want these. We don't need this as much. And we don't really need Chain of Vapor because there's nothing to chain out of their deck. And they're not going to know to have Graveyard Hate. I think we're just going to play a longer game in general, right? So we can trim a little bit on the acceleration. Go like this. It's interesting. Okay, we'll try it. All right, let's get a first turn defense grid, huh? Yeah, I mean, this is pretty reasonable. This would almost be like a turn 1 win. It'd be like a turn 1 win with LED maybe. It's okay. Should I play around 4 spike here? I lose a dark ritual. I can go ritual, defense grid, intuition. I wish I could intuition for triple deep analysis. Guess that's why there was 1 deep analysis in the list. I'm gonna go ritual because I can go ritual defense grid, merchant scroll. So hopefully this isn't a null. It is a null. Okay, so now we got to scroll for Cunning Wish, because this is going to be a Orim's Chant gamer. Opt for a land drop, I think, is pretty reasonable. Another ritual is actually quite good. It means that I can almost get there. I guess ritual, 1 floating, ill-gotten gains. Ritual, 1 floating, ill-gotten gains. So it's just 2 floating. It's not that exciting. Opt again. They're just sitting on piles. Play an island. But I get to intuition for gains, LED. So now I just need a colorful source. Oh, okay. What happens here? If I play the Lotus Petal, I expose it to Powder Keg, but it also lets me cast Cunning Wish through 4 spike, which could be reasonable. So we're going to Cunning Wish for Orim's Chant. Oh, I mean, I guess I could get tided here. I was worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Cunning Wish. We're going to Cunning Wish for Orim's Chant, and I'm going to see if I have enough mana to go for it. But any fast mana off the top lets me go for it. So, yeah. I'll grab the Orim's Chant. They go to discard. Gemstone Mine. Gemstone Mine enough. So what do I do? Ritual, intuition, ill-gotten gains. So Gemstone Mine is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 3 plus 4, and then I'm off to the races. But then I have to go merchant scroll through the stuff, and I need enough blue mana to do all that. So I go Chant, Ritual, Intuition for LED gains for LED Ritual. So Chant, Ritual. So Ritual is 5, 6, 7, 8. Intuition, then I get Intuition with LED ill-gotten gains with 1 floating. So I think it works. I'm going to go for it. I think it works. It might not, but I think it works. I can't really wrap my head around it. I don't have enough reps to I don't have enough reps to actually figure it out. So I'm gonna Intuition. I'll have 3 mana floating, and then I'll have the 1 mana. But it's just so many copies of Ill-Gotten Gains, I feel like. So should I just go Ill-Gotten Gains, Ill-Gotten Gains, Ill-Gotten Gains? Because then I can go Gains. I'm actually missing. Okay, so this is what I didn't think about. I didn't think about the fact that my second Ill-Gotten Gains is going to get LED. Merchant Scroll, Cunning Wish. I have to have 4 mana for a Cunning Wish. I think this might not be enough mana. I think I fucked this up. Because I didn't realize, I thought that I would get 3 Ill-Gotten Gains and get to have the Lion's Eye Diamond, but I don't get to have the Lion's Eye Diamond. Is it possible to, what happens if I just get triple Lion's Eye Diamond? And then I get a Gains, I get a Gains with 3 extra mana floating. And then when I have the 3 extra mana floating, I can then Intuition for triple Gains and go. So I go Gains now with 4 available. Then I get Ritual. I think that works. Because I'll have like 4 extra mana floating, and then does it work? So I get Gains first, get back Intuition. I think this is a functioning line. So I get Cabal Ritual, LED. They give me whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just like a free Intuition, basically. And then I'll hopefully have enough mana for the line. I honestly don't know if I have enough mana for the line. I think I've got 5 floating right now, then I'm going to have 8 floating. So I'll have 4 floating after I Gains. It should be enough. That was a sick Annul, though. Annul is like so much better against defense grid than it is against LED. I actually don't mind if my LEDs get annulled. Opponent gives me the LED. So I go play LED. Hold priority. Gains. Black. Blue. Holding priority. I make blue, and then I get Ritual, LED, Intuition. Okay, they have a bunch of whatever. Okay, so I'm going to get Cabal Ritual, LED, Intuition. Then I make black. Then I make lots of black. Then I play Lion's Eye Diamond. I Intuition, holding control, Intuition. With that on the stack, I crack LED for blue. Why not? I get Gains, and then I have plenty of mana to execute. Cast Gains, black mana floating. I'll get Ritual, LED, Gains. Cast Ritual, cast LED, cast Gains, holding control. I'm gonna always hold control really hard with like my whole everything. Holding control. I'll add blue. Get back Gains, LED, Ritual. And then they're just gonna concede before I complete the loop. Okay, so they didn't have a Stifle, but couldn't beat Orim's Chant, right? Too many colorless lands. Kind of got them on the colorless land front. Okay, we're getting there. Still got to work pretty hard, but have plenty of time to set up. So I think Cabal Ritual is better than Dark Ritual. Maybe I don't need a Lion's Eye Diamond because of... Well, Lion's Eye Diamond lets me play out with hand size, but turns their powder kegs on. Kind of an interesting one. Lion's Eye Diamond gets annulled, which is kind of an annoying one. Lion's Eye Diamond is just so crucial for combo turns, though, because it like if I don't have a Lion's Eye Diamond in the mix, my color restrictions get so much worse. All right, jumping into game 3, we got the turn 1 defense grid with Lotus Petal backup and Misdirection backup. So yeah, we like it. So I'm going to play an Ancient Tomb. I'm going to play a Lotus Petal. And I'm going to play defense grid. And if they have the answer, then they have the answer. Go for the Force Spike. What the fuck was that? Oh, this is just my broken thing. I'll pay. Our grid is defended. Do you think they have graveyard action? Because I still need some fast mana to get working. But I really want to use my mana right now. Is there anything good I can Merchant Scroll for? I have to move. The important thing to note is that I do have to move, because if I don't move towards a win, my opponent can catch up to play through the defense grid. So I think the answer is to use my mana. And then look for another kill if like if they just go Crypt on me, then I have to do a different kill, obviously. Okay, now they can play free counterspell if they want. Okay, let's see what this opt gets me. Don't need that. So what we're going to do is we're going to Merchant Scroll for Intuition here, I'm pretty sure. And then Intuition for triple fast mana, and then I'll have enough fast mana. Opponent can now do stuff. I think I just Intuition for triple Cabal Ritual. Do I wait one more turn? I don't think I wait one more turn. Yeah, they're going to go for this expensive Stifle. That's fine. Now what do I do? Intuition for triple LED. I don't even want to cast this opt because I have Misdirection. So I think I just triple Intuition for triple Cabal Ritual, and then that's like more than enough. Oh, I need triple blue to win because I got to go scroll for Cunning Wish, but I think I can just weave in a Intuition for Intuition for triple diamond in the middle. Yeah, I just keep this opt up for Misdirection, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they get a tide, but as soon as I draw the... Okay. They do nothing. Okay, let's try this again. And they can Stifle again. If they Stifle again, they Stifle again. It just is what it is. That's fine. They're kind of... They're using all their Stifles, which they would be using on what's it called? On Parallax. I think if they deal 5 damage for me, they take away 2 mana. At least makes things interesting. I've sort of Ancient Tombed myself to death, which is kind of funny. I actually need them to basically make a mistake here. If they let Ill-Gotten Gains resolve, then I can be cooked. Okay. Nice. Okay, we got the win. I think that was a smart play from them, but I'll be able to get there. I'd like a Gemstone Mine right here. Oh, I guess I should have opted. I think we got the win. I think this should do it. I think we'll be able to slide in a enough like Intuition for LED to make enough blue mana. I mean, I need triple blue mana. It's gonna be awkward. Should I opt? No, because opt uses a blue mana. I'm never gonna opt. Ill-Gotten Gains. So we're gonna go first. We're gonna go crazy on black mana. So black, Lotus Petal. I don't have enough blue mana. I literally don't have enough blue mana. Because what do I do? Intuition. Or no, I just go Ritual, 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 and then I can go Intuition for triple Cunning Wish. Should I use a Cunning Wish? No. So Cabal Ritual, Ill-Gotten Gains is forced. I knew I should have put... Well, no, because if they put LED into my hand, then I would have been in trouble. But I think I got this. So Cabal Ritual goes to 5. I'm just going to have insane amounts of black mana. And then this is my second to last Ill-Gotten Gains. So this one can get... So what am I going to do? I'm going to... What was I going to do? Intuition for Cunning Wish. Oh yeah, so that I need to start making blue mana now. So I go Ill-Gotten Gains. And this one gets Ritual, Lotus Petal. No, Intuition for Cunning Wish still needs triple blue. Oh, it still needs triple blue. I needed to do a Lotus Petal last turn. So now I have double blue. Merchant Scroll, Cunning Wish. Can I Merchant Scroll for anything good? Man, I need to be able to put Brain Freeze in my own deck, but no. Okay, so what would happen if I had Lotus Petal instead? I'd have 2 less mana floating, but I think I'd be able to still do it. Merchant Scroll, Cunning Wish. That's 8 mana. I think I would have been able to do it. Okay, so we're going to go Lotus Petal, Cabal Ritual, Ill-Gotten Gains, and then we're going to go Intuition, Merchant Scroll. Okay, so I have to Intuition for LEDs, basically. But I don't know if I have enough mana to do that. So we'll go Cabal Ritual again. Lotus Petal. Sack Lotus Petal for blue. Ill-Gotten Gains. 4 mana floating. So now we have to pick up Lotus Petal. Intuition. So if I Cabal Ritual with two blue floating, it just doesn't help. Merchant Scroll. Yeah, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. I punted. No. I had to Intuition into good stuff. Because what happens here is I Intuition for triple LED, and then LED isn't enough. So Intuition targeting you. I probably had a line. I go LED. Man, if I had like a Dark Ritual instead of Cabal Ritual, would that matter? No, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. LED. I needed the natural Cunning Wish somewhere in my deck. Can I save this? I can't save this. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Lotus Petal. Merchant Scroll. Holding control. I go Merchant Scroll. 1. Yeah, that feels bad. Bad content. Blue. Spend this. Triple blue floating. Merchant Scroll for Cunning Wish. Cunning Wish for I'm Dead. Man, the Stifles got me. And then GG's. I'll join Ronza. All right, next round. Dust it off. Got to remember to have triple blue at the end. I just thought I needed double blue at the end, but I was super wrong. And I could have tried to maybe woven Intuition for LED somewhere in the middle. I think this hand is reasonable. It's got a lot of dig. All right, let's go to Cabal Ritual. Wait, we're against Island. I want to cast Cunning Wish. Mono-blue tied again. Come on. They're going to impulse. Well, it's still my end step and they're tapped out. I'm going to go get my Orim's Chant. Cunning Wish. Yes. Give me Orim's Chant, please. Opponent. Chillin'. Island. So yeah, I can be worried here. Oh, Ritual. Ritual's really good. Ritual's like kind of insane because it means I can go Ritual, Merchant Scroll, Intuition. I'm just short on mana for Merchant Scroll, Intuition right now. Should I draw out the random Stifle? Maybe. Merchant Scroll, please. And I can beat Tide combo with the with additional lands. So I'm going to go Intuition. And then I'm just going to Impulse, which is going to let me get a land drop in case I get tided. Oh, Lotus Petal is even better than a land drop, isn't it? Because it's 5 color. Yeah, because it means that if I get tided, I can draw a land and then lands are outs. And it adds a card to my graveyard. See how much respect my opponent has. They could also be holding up double Mana Leak, which, you know, is good. Yeah, they go for Tide. Okay, so do I have enough mana is the question. I don't quite have enough mana because I go Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, but it only gets me. So I'll start with the turn with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, then an Intuition. I'll only have 2 mana floating afterwards. Unfortunate. Just kind of need to draw one more Ritual or draw like a natural gun gains or draw LED. That's okay. Just play the Petal so I don't go to hand size. I like all these cards. Actually, I could have discarded the Merchant Scroll, but maybe my opponent starts grinding and then I have to like kind of play the grindy game. I could also just Orim's Chant my opponent on their upkeep when this thing fades away. That'd be kind of an interesting play. I will consider it, but I don't think I need the mana. And I need the Orim's Chant more than I need the mana under most circumstances, especially game 1, because it's my only Orim's Chant, right? Go Gemstone Mine. Just need an LED. Should I Impulse for the LED? Probably not. Okay. Stifle, predictable. Luckily, they can never animate this Ferret Conclave. Another Lotus Petal is pretty good. Is it enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 5. I think it works. Just doesn't beat double Mana Leak, unfortunately. Or Counterspell Mana Leak. You can just Counterspell Mana Leak, huh? Yeah, I need the I need the freaking oh no, I shouldn't have pitched the Merchant Scroll because I need the stupid Misdirection. You're killing me. I need the Misdirection. I need my 1 of Misdirection to get this Orim's Chant through. Maybe Misdirection is good, question mark? Opponent's just gonna get in a Factor Fiction here on my end step, make life a little bit tricky. Oh wow, they just do nothing? They're accumulating too many lands and too many counterspells. I can't Cunning Wish for anything cool anymore either. Misdirection, baby. Give it to me. Chain of Vapor, Opt Island. Ill-gotten gains. Gains doesn't help me at all, right? Kind of need a stupid real land. Opponent's sitting there. They've got Fairy Conclave. They're not progressing. I think I need a stupid real land. Because I'm going to man, they can factor fiction now with a counterspell backup, which makes life super awkward. I need this stupid land. There's a random ill-gotten gains. Does it help? I guess I could get like my first ill-gotten gains countered. Okay, so this is kind of a cool grindy line. So imagine I took that ill-gotten gains and I went Chant, they went counterspell, I went ritual, ill-gotten gains, and I got back Chant, ritual. Or they counter the ill-gotten gains, and if I have second ill-gotten gains, I get to try again. That's kind of a cool situation. Oh wow, they keep doing nothing. Why are they doing nothing? Quicksand? They're just representing infinite counterspells? Oh, this Fairy Conclave attack is tasty. Okay, let's see what happens with this intuition. Could be the sickest intuition ever. They let me have it. Ill-gotten gains. Ill-gotten gains. Ill-gotten gains. I think this is a good spot. I would love a Lion's Eye Diamond. Actually, a Lion's Eye Diamond doesn't even help me here because I can't like use it. Because if they counter the ill-gotten gains, I'll have 0 cards in hand. I mean, I guess I should have thought about that stupid thing more. I should have just gotten Misdirection or something. Maybe I can just look for the Misdirection here. Okay, should I try? I mean, if they go counterspell mana leak, I can Orim's Chant and pay for mana leak. It's funny that Lotus Petals and Gemstone Mines are equally vulnerable here. All right, let's count up my mana. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can go Chant, ill-gotten gains, ill-gotten gains. That should be good enough, right? Chant, ill-gotten gains, ill-gotten gains. And then I'll have 1 mana floating. And then I can go Ritual, Cabal Ritual, ill-gotten gains. Should be good. Could they have triple mana leak? No. They could have mana leak, 4 spike. It's pretty good. All right, well, I have to opt into Misdirection now. That's annoying. I think that'll do it. Mishra's Factory. Okay, so what's my strategy now? It's to cast ill-gotten gains twice. If I intuition putting something in the graveyard, should I just intuition for like LAD? Just intuition for lots of Cabal Ritual. I do need another Cabal Ritual in my orbit, I think. Well, no, I have all 4 ill-gotten gains, so I don't need that. And I've got like plenty of loose mana. Can I intuition for any protection? Really need the mana short in my deck. Or in my sideboard. Maybe I shouldn't have played that island actually because of how rough it is. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna go for Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, ill-gotten gains. They can counter. They can mana leak. Okay. Yes, please. So I still have an ill-gotten gains on the stack. They have these cards. So can I beat another mana leak? Can they put 2 counters into their hand? They can't put 2 counters into their hand. They can. They can just get Misdirection and Stifle. Okay. So can I get Orim's Chant, Cabal Ritual, and ill-gotten gains here? Or do I have to do something different? So I need an ill-gotten gains for sure. And probably they have enough mana for 2 more mana leaks. So they mana leak the Orange Chant, I let it resolve. Then I go Cabal Ritual, ill-gotten gains. And then they just pick up mana leak again. Guess I should have cast Opt. Yeah, so I choose my cards first and then they choose their cards. That's unlucky. All right, what did they choose? Yeah, they choose Misdirection, mana leak, Stifle. So they chose the perfect setup. So now I need a top deck well. So I guess I needed to opt into like more fast mana so that I can go Orim's Chant, gains. Or I needed to opt into my own Misdirection. Factory. They have to try to do lethal. But that shouldn't be too hard because they have a lot of free magic in their hand. Yeah, they can go 4 and then 6. Cabal Ritual. Get to mana leak. Pay for mana leak. Ill-gotten gains. Man, I wish they attacked with that Fairy Conclave. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Ill-gotten gains. All right. Moving on. All right. Let's try this again. I think intuition is actually quite important in this matchup. based on how things have gone. Man, their one main deck Misdirection is just completely disgusting. So I need 2 Orim's Chants in the sideboard, so I can go Orim's Chant. I need Mana Short. I think Mana Short should be in here. It seems like these are Mana Short games. All right. We're doing this, that's for sure. Wish I could Cunning Wish for Intuition. Oh, I'm Merchant Strolling for Intuition, it's fine. I've been really lucky to draw Defense Grid in all my sideboard games every single time, so I can't really say anything right now because I'm just kind of a lucky guy. Right, let's just go ahead and Merchant Scroll for Intuition. I guess we're short on fast mana. Should we just opt instead? Opt looking for like a blue source so I can double like impulse, like whatever. Sleight of Hand. I still need to act fast. I still need to get towards fast mana. Okay, there's the intuition. So now I can use all these resources on good stuff. Fairy Conclave. Tormod's Crypt. Okay, now I have to Cunning Wish for Chain of Vapor. Wish I could just Cunning Wish for Abeyance instead. Oh, I have to Cunning Wish for Hurkyl's Recall because stupid Chain of Vapor will let them bounce my defense grid. Okay, now I need like lots of mana. Man, Chain of Vapor against Tormod's Crypt is quite bad given defense grid. Does this change anything? It truly doesn't. I'm going to Impulse for a land drop and then Impulse for some fast mana. I'll pay for the Disrupt. 4 Spike. Man, if I just had should I just rejam the defense grid? I think I should rejam the defense grid. It seems too good. This Misdirection is actually kind of tasty too, though. Thinking about a null on my Petal. I mean, if they're like, I can't just live in fear of a null disrupt chain of like, you know, it's like too good. They used a Chain of Vapor on the defense grid, and I got to put it back onto play. Like it's just too good. Yeah, Tide is fine. Whatever, I'm tided. You got me. I'm at 13. It's not actually a good life total. I might call this a bad matchup. Who knows? So I have to go Hurkyl's Recall, Intuition, triple LED. Lots of crazy stuff. I would get both attacks in. It's like this defense grid is cooking. Ancient Tomb. Well, not playing it. Fast mana situation is not great though. I think they just got me. Needed those 3 lands. I was like, you can tide me all you want, and then turns out I could not let them tide me all they wanted. This Cunning Wish is nothing, right? Can Cunning Wish for Dark Ritual. It's kind of a funny one. Cunning Wish for Cabal Ritual. No, I have to Cunning Wish for Dark Ritual if I do Cunning Wish at all. I don't have enough turns. What has to happen? I need to draw like a lot of fast mana. None of them being LEDs. I need to draw the 3rd ill-gotten gains naturally so that I can always pick up ill-gotten gains. No, it doesn't really work. I think I just lose, unfortunately. What does Merchant Scroll get me? Nothing. Can't give me any fast mana. Would have been nice if I could wish for Abeyance. Yeah, I just lose. Can't get out of this spot. GG's. All right. I think this is round 5. Kitty sneezes. Playable hand. Maybe not. This cantrip is fooling me. Oh, okay, we get a free mulligan because my opponent queued up with the wrong deck. They've got the play. What does this hand do? Probably not enough. These Cunning Wishes aren't that exciting. It's sort of like a Cabal Ritual into the money, but it would need help. It would need like an island. So if I draw an island, then I need the next mana source, and it's no good. So my last hand was a mulligan. This is gonna be a mulligan too. This hand's also a mulligan. Guess we're keeping this. All don't know how many lands we're going to draw, but I would love to start with an island. But once we do, we're in pretty good shape. To get somewhere. Just use these sleight of hands to get land. I might consider not even... Okay, well, that changes everything. Oh, that changes a lot of things. All right. I don't really want to give this Phyrexian Furnace value, so I'm just going to chill, and I might just concede to conceal. I think that this is a fine matchup as long as they don't have graveyard stuff like this. Ooh, it's going to make it really hard for me to get through. This Dust Bowl is also going to make things hard. Yeah, I'm probably going to concede before going to cleanup, but hard to say. My therapies are not going to be good. Maybe I can clean up a sleight of hand and make them think that we're on Dreadnought. What does that do? That makes them like bring in their disenchants and stuff. All their discard is good against Dreadnought. They want to keep that. They might randomly board out their Phyrexian Furnace if I concede here. Or they're more likely to board out fire. They're more likely to not board in Graveyard Hate if I pitch a sleight of hand though. Also, I could still win the game. Hopefully we draw basic island. The sleight of hand, Eternal Dragon, gets the plains. Yeah, Polluted Delta has some play. I guess we could win. We could still win the game. We just need this intuition to get off, and we have everything we need. Almost. Obviously, we have to catch these catch opponent with no Phyrexian Furnace action. It's gonna be pretty hard. So what do I need to do? I need a Cunning Wish for Hurkyl's Recall, or simply have extra acceleration. I was like thinking about using Chain of Vapor, but of course that doesn't work. Draw its Verdict. That's pretty good. My opponent's not doing anything. I think I could just try to work towards winning. Like I could win this game. There's really like sort of reasonable places to go there. I've got plenty of mana. I've got the Cunning Wish now. Now I can be resilient to, with one more acceleration piece, I could be resilient to the furnaces. But I think my plan is still to Cunning Wish for Hurkyl's Recall, which means I need like a soul land pretty quickly. Draw its Verdict again. Okay, this time they'll get the Merchant Scroll, I think. Yeah, I need all these cards hanging around. Draw its Verdict again. Well, what if I showed them? A bunch of blue cards, Sleight of Hand, Merchant Scroll, Petal, Opt. I kind of look like Storm. If I discard these cards, do they know that Phyrexian Furnace is good against me? Actually, I have 19 life. My opponent's not doing anything, but I could start just getting Dust Bowled. That's interesting. All right. Let's give it up. So, Misdirection protects against discard spells. Random Withered Wretch, Exalted Angel, possible. Chain of Vapor can stop a Furnace. Not quite as good as Hurkyl's Recall. I think this is no sideboarding. Maybe this random Rushing River is better, because it can reset an Angel and reset a Eternal Dragon. It's not bad. Okay, discard. Need Leyline of Sanctity in this kind of matchup. Oh man, look at all this intuition mana. This is still a mulligan. So get the island, I can intuition for LED. I guess if I can get the island, I intuition for LED, and then I'm off to the races. What happens if I don't get the island? Intuition for LED, so I have an LED, then I'll have Island Tomb, which is 5 mana. I'll have 8 mana. So 8 mana lets me then go LED, or LED. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 mana. So -4. Get back LED, intuition. Go LED. intuition. So 8 minus 4 is 4. Cast with 4 makes 6. 6 goes up to 12 minus 7 is 5. And then we can go. So this gets there with an island? Okay, I guess that means I keep. Interesting one. I mean, I guess it doesn't exactly get there with an island because I forgot that I can't just cast. My 8 doesn't have enough black for ill-gotten gains. But it sort of gets there with an island anyways, because my first intuition can get LEDs, and then my second intuition can get rituals or something. Yeah, they incorrectly discarded ill-gotten gains there. LED. Yeah, I think that I want to play that so I don't get it discarded. Also means that I can do more things. I mean, I guess a random Vindicate would be good against me. So I think I only need one of these intuitions to win if I draw any acceleration. Disenchant, fine. Chain of Vapor is no good. Dust Bowl is good for them. Morph is good for me. Now I have the LED again. So they have the disenchant. They did think I was a disenchantable deck. I definitely get there on any blue source. I guess I don't. I have to ill-gotten gains with 4 floating. And I sort of need to not draw non-basic lands. Looks like a Vindicate. Oh, Skeletal Scrying. It's fine with me. Scroll is no good. Duress. At this point, they should know to take the Lion's Eye Diamond, which means maybe I should have cast it, but... And also now my black source has to be a Polluted Delta or a Lotus Petal, so things are not going exactly my way, but I think it was fine to play for the blue source to get my intuitions turned on. Vindicate. That's pretty fine. It's literally the same as them Dust Bowling me. Cabal Ritual is reasonable. I am going to get Dust Bowled though, so... Unless they like their flip action. Yeah, they like Dust Bowling better. Makes sense to me. Yeah, I kind of needed stuff to show up a little bit sooner than they did. Woof. Yeah, I mean, this is my definitely my inkling, because like, I mean, I guess I could have gone for 6 card hand that combos through turn 7 Duress or combos through a single Disenchant. But hard to say. Decree Cycle is going to do it. I have no outs. Well, I guess I have 7 cards in my graveyard. You should never call that no outs, right? Oh, well, I have to go... I have to bounce the Angel now, though. So yeah, I have no outs. So if I had a basic land there, a basic island there, Swamp was actually an out. Or no, it wasn't an out because I couldn't Cabal Ritual ill-gotten gains. All right, GG's. Tough one. All right, getting it up against Chicken Sauce. This hand looks exciting, but in reality, it needs way too much to succeed. I guess it just needs an intuition. Every intuition, merchant scroll, like whatever, is a winner. Well, and I need like another source. Land source, intuition, every blue card. It's resilient to discard. It's bad against counter spells. If I just have ill-gotten gains, I can... no. Yeah, I need like ill-gotten gains and Cunning Wish. But Cunning Wish would maybe get there. I could like literally just... I have a good range of draws. Basically most Just one more mana source, and any of my blue cards is good, and then random ill-gotten gains doesn't hurt because it opens up more blue cards. Island is my least favorite thing to see there. Intuition is quite good though. Let's see if I can get this intuition through. Opponent chilling on the island. Second island. No Dreadnought combo, no nonsense. Okay. Sleight of Hand. Just going to pass. So now the first thing we're going to do is intuition for Cunning Wish. Accumulated knowledge. That makes it look more like look more like bad news. Or more like a tide deck, which would be bad news. But yeah, we got an intuition for Cunning Wish. Hope things go well from here. Ritual, huh? First Sleight of Hand. This Flooded Strand makes it more blue-white control-y. Okay, the other intuition doesn't hurt. Side Diamond. Mana Leak is fine. I'd actually love to see that Mana Leaked with this hand in particular. A little bit of online lag here. Yep. So opponent really chilling. They have Sky Cloud Expanse. This is starting to look like Control Replenish now, which is way different. Control Replenish. They're gonna AK for 2. So Tide here is obviously really good for them. Standstill. They're just playing land still. It's not a huge issue for me, especially if they attack next turn and they don't play extra stuff. Gemstone Mine was exactly what I needed. Let's see what happens. Let's hope they attack. Like play a tapped Fairy Conclave or Coastal Tower and attack is like the best thing because then they don't rip up double counterspell. No attack. So they can cast 2 counterspells. Pretty tasty Cunning Wish though, because they have 7 cards in hand. And then they might elect to Mana Leak this. Looks like they're about to. They're thinking about it. Yeah. So I think we can get this one through now. Yeah. We're getting this through deterministically, actually. It's pretty cool. All right. Sick game. So we pay for that Mana Leak. We use Cunning Wish's ability. We get Orim's Chant. Opponent still discards 2 cards and clean up. And we just need to beat a Misdirection counterspell. Okay. Yeah. I mean, unless they're like hiding mana sources I don't know about. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have cast all my mana there just in case they have some nonsense, like if they have their own Orim's Chant, but whatever, I suppose. Cast ill-gotten gains, it resolves. They just have Swords of Plowshares, Chain of Vapor, so that is not going to do it. So we're going to get them. So we get Lion's Eye Diamond, Cabal Ritual, ill-gotten gains. Oh, opponent has a Stifle. Okay, so not a huge deal. So we're going to cast Cabal Ritual because we have the Orim's Chant in our graveyard, right? So we have Lion's Eye Diamond. We have the ill-gotten gains. That floating, we're going to make some blue. That's enough blue to Cunning Wish for Brain Freeze, so that's good. Yeah, and they see the line. So yeah, we're just going to make white next time, and then we're going to cast Orim's Chant. They can't stifle Orim's Chant, and then we Cunning Wish for Brain Freeze and get them. So nice little win against blue control. Just beat Standstill, 2 AKs, 2 Mana Leaks. So Misdirection remains good. Chain of Vapor is not exciting, right? Nothing to chain. Always happy to be trimming Dark Rituals. Dark Rituals just make things faster, but we're just not going to be as fast. And maybe we'd be worried about Graveyard Hate, but don't feel like it's too much of a concern. The real question is, would I go into Ritual Defense Grid? That's one reason to think about Ritual a little bit, but I have Lotus Petal, so I have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 10 ways to enable turn 1 Defense Grid on the draw. I have to play around Stifle, which is kind of obnoxious. I think my heuristics here are solid. Merchant Scrolls are still good. Intuitions are still good, I'm pretty sure. I guess Intuition is like slightly less good, but not by a lot. Anyways, that was a cool game. I mean, it's got a defense grid. So should I Gemstone Mine Sleight of Hand? Should I bait the Stifle? I've got a lot of mana. Impulse is better, I think, than Cabal Ritual. I have to draw towards more goodies. They're just repping Mana Leak. That's pretty fine. Play Polluted Delta, wait for them to cantrip on the end of my turn. I mean, I guess I could play Outlines Eye Diamond because of Standstill. Accumulate Knowledge is fine. Get our fetching done. Impulse. And we just get an Ancient Tomb, which makes it possible for us to defense grid through Mana Leak next turn. It's not the worst. Or Mana Leak next turn. Lotus Petal. Play a Lotus Petal. Play an Ancient Tomb. Go for the defense grid. Just hope they have mana. They have counterspell instead of Mana Leak. They're definitely in their Orim's Chant targeting me. That is very good information for me to have. Man, they're quite scared of what could have happened from that spot. Which, granted, they should be. It's a tough position for them to be in because if I draw Intuition, I can almost Ill-Gotten Gains straight up. My Ill-Gotten Gains don't generate any mana. I'm just going to go for Naked Disenchant. Yeah, that was in the range. Let's just find another defense grid, I guess. Should I just Ill-Gotten Gains for value? It's one of the most interesting plays this deck can make. Because they discard 2 cards. They get their 3 best cards, but I get my defense grid back. I get my defense grid back. They missed their land drop. Seems good. Seems like a good spot. Oh, never mind. It still feels like it was a good spot to Ill-Gotten Gains for value, but I can just Ill-Gotten Gains for value next turn. I guess they could have had a null there, which I should have been worried about. Actually, I shouldn't have cracked this to get a Swamp, because Swamp can get tided. And I should just be worried about Tide in general. That was a huge mistake. They're playing as if they have access to Tide. Okay, so now we have to Ill-Gotten Gains for value, actually. Chain of Vapor. Interesting. Okay, that's fine with me, because I'm going to have 2... I could have 2 defense grid down for Ill-Gotten Gains. But yeah, I think... Well, now I have Intuition, so... It's jam time, I think. Oh, I don't have a lot of mana. I have a lot of start mana, but I don't have like a lot of mana. Can I fit in the Intuition for triple LED? Or Intuition for triple Cabal Ritual? Yeah, I can Intuition for triple Cabal Ritual. I should probably fit that in. I think that works. Just go defense grid. They mana link it. Mana Link resolves. I don't think there's any free ways to beat me now. Do I have enough mana left over? Intuition for triple Cabal, land Cabal 5 with 4 mana floating, LED. Get back LED, Intuition, Cabal Ritual. That's enough mana because it'll be +7, -7. So then I'll have the same amount floating afterwards. So Swamp. Intuition, you. Get Ritual Ritual, pop out my graveyard. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Does it work? No, I'll have a bunch of black. I have one black called blue floating. Then I'll have 4 floating. I'll have 4 floating. Then I'll have 7 floating. Then I'll have 10 floating. When I cast Intuition, I'll have 7. Then I'll have 4 with 3 floating. Yeah, it works. Cabal Ritual. Cast LED. Hold control, ill-gotten. Holding control, ill-gotten gains. Sack for blue. They have a bunch of stifles. Doesn't matter though. So I get LED. Or I could just get Ritual, Intuition to be safe, to like not click on something bad. So if I get Ritual, Intuition, I'll have 10 mana, 7 mana, 3 mana. Yeah, Ritual, Intuition. Just saves me from the possibility of misclicking here. Stifle, Chain of Vapor, whatever. Ritual again. Intuition, target you, get triple ill-gotten gains. Ill-gotten gains. Cast ill-gotten gains. Get back. Lion's Eye Diamond. Ritual. Ill-gotten gains. Cast Ritual. 5 mana. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast ill-gotten gains. Hold control. Sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond for blue. Get back. Ritual. Ill-gotten gains. So there's no way for me to stop a potential Gaia's Blessing, but they just don't have Gaia's Blessing, right? So ill-gotten gains. Ritual. Gonna go Ritual. Ill-gotten gains. 1,000 mana floating. Get back Intuition. Lion's Eye Diamond. And looking back at my opponent's graveyard, they surely have nothing to stop me. Get Ritual. Plenty of Storm. Cast Ritual. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Play Intuition, targeting my opponent. I could go for the Hunting Pack, but not going to do that, obviously. Get 3 Cunning Wish. Cunning Wish while holding control. Go ahead and sacrifice for blue. Use Cunning Wish's ability, please. And Brain Freeze. And Brain Freeze you. And it was turn 5. And that rolls. GG's to Chicken Sauce. So we beat Blue-White Tide. We lost to, well, they have Disenchant instead of Seal of Cleansing, but we beat Blue-White Tide. We lost to Mono Blue Tide twice. Lost to Black-White Control. Beat like a Terravore deck. Beat one other thing that I forgot. Probably like maybe some beatdown deck. All right. There were a ton of lessons here. I'm extremely excited about this deck. Lesson number 1, Misdirection, is obviously doesn't belong in the main deck. Because they just pick up their counterspell, right? But sometimes maybe they'll cast it if they don't know. But they should know now that this video is out. So Orim's Chant is key. One thing that gets me is that this Hurkyl's Recall is really good for bouncing Tormod's Crypts, Phyrexian Furnace, and Sphere of Resistance. But I would like to have Abeyance, because Abeyance is also wishable, and it stops Withered Wretch as well as those artifacts. And it draws a card. Sometimes it might randomly draw you into a winner. if you're desperate. So I want to play a Bance. So like one Bance, one Orim's Chant. We did like randomly Crippling Fatigue something, but I guess Crippling Fatigue you like sort of have because you're worried about Meddling Mage, but you really, I don't know about the Meddling Mage situation. I think that this deck can afford to run Helm of Awakening. Helm of Awakening can be disenchanted, which is annoying. So you don't play 4, play like 2. Because when you do that, all of a sudden, just look at this, right? All this stuff casting 1 less is just awesome. Mana base does not support this situation. I did replace, Mental Note with Sleight of Hand. I know about Sleight of Hand. Sleight of Hand is better than Opt against combo decks because you want to bottom a trash card, and most of your cards are trash cards. You're mostly looking for 1 or 2 things. So you really want to bottom trash cards. Sleight of Hand's better than Opt, especially because you're like a defense grid deck, so you're casting spells on your turn anyways. Opt doing an instant, like what you're looking for the texture of what you're looking for doesn't really change on your opponent's turn. So like waiting for that information to Opt is like not necessary. It is nice to like cast instants when they like tap out on the end of your turn to cast draw spells, but yeah. Did I miss Mental Note? Sort of. Mental Note's kind of awesome. It can randomly bin LEDs and Cabal Rituals that you need to enable your combo turns. It can enable Cabal Ritual itself by having Threshold, but in of itself is just like not a good Xerox card. It's like a weird support card, as you saw from this league. I think I had like one spot where I was like, oh, I'm 1 card short in Graveyard, but that feeds into the overarching thing where it's like this deck just doesn't need to be in a hurry to win quickly. There's nothing about our games where we really needed to win quickly. We can start with a quick game 1 configuration, but I think it's totally fine to take a leisurely pace. But yeah, mana base of just a bunch of Gemstone Mines and Lotus Petals is just like not very conducive to like casting a bunch of cantrips. So and then cantrips and tutors are just like, are kind of like a weird thing because like really not great to cantrip for a tutor. Intuition's not a tutor, right? Intuition's one of the combo pieces. So I would try to trim Merchant Scroll, even though Merchant Scroll's kind of sick because it's just like, oh, Merchant Scroll like gives you extra copies of Chain of Vapor. And of course extra copies of Intuition. So it's like, okay, well we can trim Merchant Scroll, or maybe we just trim like, we don't have to run this like 12 cantrip suite. 12 cantrips, I don't know. It's just, or what we can do is we can play 12 cantrips, but we need to play a sturdier mana base. We need to play lands that like stick around for a while. And we just need to play more lands in general. Like 15 lands was just like the main reason being that you need a black source and a blue source to win the game in a lot of spots. And just like having, this many, this many sources that can make black or blue is like just a little bit thin, especially because you'll get randomly wastelanded, right? So I think City of Brass is a good candidate for this deck. I think Dromar's Cavern is a good candidate for this deck. Like I said, I think one of these Ancient Tombs can simply be a City of Traders. Shout out to the one game where I was 2 life short. So definitely think some things to consider. Helm of Awakening can replace 1 Dark Ritual and 1 Lotus Petal, something like that. Dark Ritual in general is a little bit overkill. You just need to put 2 of these 12 cards, in your hand at any point in the game. And if you're playing like this Xerox game and you've got 12 hits, it's just like you're going to find them. And every extra intuition can just get you there immediately, right? So you just intuition. You saw a lot of spots where I'm like, oh, I only have 1 accelerant, but I have an extra intuition. So I'll just intuition for the accelerator. So I wonder if what can happen here is that this deck has access to just like a little bit more sturdy mana, a little bit less fast mana. So like more sturdy mana, less fast mana, goes off a little bit slower, but is just like slightly more consistent, just doesn't get stuck in those games where it's just like, oh man, I hope I draw like a land. It's just like trying to like, we had so many games where we're just sitting there. We have like one land or 2 lands, maybe just one land and 1 colorless land, right? An Ancient Tomb +1. And we're just like dying for not fast mana. We're just dying for like a regular land drop. That's like the big difference between Lotus Petal and land drop. Sure, you can't pick up a land drop with ill-gotten gains, but like you can't Lotus Petal combo with Ill-Gotten Gains, because if you have Lotus Petal Cabal Ritual, you only make +4, and you need I guess let's think about that. So you Ill-Gotten Gains, you have the minimum floating in this scenario. So the minimum floating would be 1. So you play a Lotus Petal, cast Cabal Ritual, then you have 1 floating again. So this doesn't work, right? So they have 1 floating again. After all your chains, you have 1 floating again, you have Lotus Petal Cabal Ritual again. And then your Lotus Petal Cabal Ritual, you have 5 floating. They're all black, so you can't Cunning Wish for Brain Freeze. You would need 1 more thing, and you would need a Cunning Wish to have already been in your hand. So I think Lotus Petal is a little bit out of place in this deck, because most of the time I just wanted Lotus Petal to be fixing. So it's like if we just ran more lands, and honestly even Chromatic Sphere, that might look a little better. Huge upside to Lotus Petal though is if your opponent is like tide comboing you and stuff, like being able to go land Lotus Petal, go off is just like amazing. So I wouldn't want 0, but I wouldn't want 4. And yeah, I don't know. Mental note, it's just like, I'm not sure if it's cute or strong. Like on one hand, you get 3 looks at all fast mana, because once again, fast mana can start in your graveyard. But having 0 looks, having quote unquote just cycle when you're really dying for an intuition is just like not that good. So I think 12 cantrips, draw your Merchant Scrolls and Intuitions is pretty good. And honestly, like maybe there's just a little too many Merchant Scrolls. We're just like a little crowded at 2-drop, but there's that. And then maybe if we play more lands, our random card, like playing random card advantage, like I can't believe I cut Deep Analysis from the deck. I would love to just have Deep Analysis, but I think our random card draw should be something like Fact or Fiction. Gives us Threshold immediately, sets up our Cabal Ritual. We can cast it on turn 3. It's pretty good. So turn 3 Fact or Fiction and then just win the game. I think that like is pretty solid. So lots of places I would take this. So cut this, trim a couple of these, probably trim this, probably play City of Brass or whatever. So just like go up to like 16 lands, I think is pretty fine, especially with like 4-op, 4 Sleight of Hand. 16 lands is a pretty good count. It's like it's like the Dreadnought count, right? Yeah. So it's just like, what is this? 4 more lands, a couple Helm of Awakening, like random Fact or Fiction, and the final thing is I want to play Xantid Swarm in the sideboard instead of Defense Grid. That one's a little tricky. Maybe I have to play Xantid Swarm and Defense Grid, but I think Xantid Swarm is just like way better because Defense Grid doesn't stop foil and 3 mana. So then you need Defense Grid and Orim's Chant against a Dreadnought deck that like might just kill you, might just know to counter your Cunning Wish. Like if they know what's up, they'll just counter Cunning Wish and then you're back to square one. So you really want Xantid Swarm. So yeah, I'd like to see that kind of thing. 4th Intuition main. It's like, could you play 3 Intuitions or play a 1 Intuition sideboard? Would you ever want a Cunning Wish for Intuition? I'm going to stick by my guns and be like, that probably was fine. And then do you want to do anything cool with Intuition? Like have the random Crippling Fatigue or play random other flashback spells? I don't think so, but yeah. But lots of promise here. I think a new configuration of this could definitely improve. Huge shout out to Philip Altman for, designing the core of the deck. I know it's silly to just play 6 matches and be like, okay, well, I want to change, 10 to 15% of all the cards. But it's just like how I like to play combo. I just like to make my land drops, grind out a little bit extra value, put my opponent in spots where if they're going to sit and stare, they're like definitely going to lose. I think that was like the big thing, was just like my black-white opponent just passed the turn so many times. And the only thing that happened was I just didn't draw lands. And it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't think you can play this deck without having like 14 sources at turn 1 blue to set up your turn 1, 2, and 3 blue card draw spells, right? Like we're looking at, and you never want to like tap your Lotus Petals for blue. So we're looking at 12 sources of blue for, all these blue cards. And, I'm looking at this right now. This is just a blue deck in disguise. We're like a blue deck splashing rituals, right? So we should just be playing, blue-white for a bunch of Orim's chain action, and then really be splashing black and play random black sources like Darkwater Catacombs or whatever to just like enable our combo turns, because like we only ever need one black. We have a ton of cantrips, right? So yeah, I want to play Undiscovered Paradise, Dromar's Cavern, City of Brass type stuff, and one City of Traders, one is an Ancient Tomb, that kind of thing. Especially because, you know, Dromar's Cavern is awesome with Gemstone Mine and all that other stuff, and Dromar's Cavern is also good with City of Traders, but Dromar's Cavern is also just like good in this type of deck where it's just like you have one, it's going to be your last land drop, right? Because you're not going to make consecutive land drops, and it's just going to be your last one. I mean, maybe it's like a little silly because we have to go 1, 2, 3. So maybe all of our lands need to be permanent because, you know, we're going to go turn 1 Sleight of Hand, turn 2 Merchant Scroll or Impulse, turn 3 Intuition. So if any of our lands are pickup lands, that's no good. So maybe we have to play Darkwater Catacombs or Tiny Citadel or, you know, something horrible like, not Tarnished, something horrible like Forsaken City. I mean, Forsaken City is worse than Lotus Petal for what it's worth. So, but this deck really excites me. It really got my gears turning, and really exciting. Cool throwback to a legacy deck that used to exist. No Infernal Tutor, no Tendrils of Agony, but, you know, still pretty sick, and tons of fun to play. So yeah, thanks for watching.